It's the time to get down.
I saw you. I said,
Right.
What is this?
What is this? so what happened was, we did get signed. Steve McKeever did sign us. We went into his office and did a live audition. And if you know the bio, people were listening, the interns or whoever was working there. And he basically signed us on the spot. And
yeah, because you guys had an early. I remember hearing stuff about you.
Yeah,
people were. There was like a buzz about you. This impromptu doing this different stuff.
Yeah, I mean the thing about what's really a blessing for me and where I am now is that it was great work. It was a great group, and we never. It was hard to put us. You would find us in the jazz when they were record stores. You would find us in the jazz sections. You'd find us in the hip hop section. You'd find us in the R&B section. So it was like they didn't really know how to market us.
Yes.
No, but brother, I have to admit, because I remember just kind of the whole hip hop. Still, you guys, it's not like seeing Johnny moving with that horn, because nobody did that. Nobody did that.
Yeah, that
was cool, brother. Now that I know the story behind it, I'm more impressed than I was even back then. Man, but now tell them this, Johnny, because I want. And by the way, we're gonna change up everything, everybody, because I'm gonna go with the flow, so news can wait. We can do the new news.
Wait a minute. Why do you have to do news?
That's what I'm saying. As I said, we'll put off the news segment for tomorrow because there's things I want to do, and I definitely got to go to Johnny's site. Okay, but I want him to tell you a little bit about so much a small world, so much fate. Tell him, Johnny, how that whole impromptu thing was almost affected by you getting a gig with Sade.
Well, what happened was...
What could have been the gig with Sade.
Well, what happened was, actually, Ricky Minor, the host, the band leader for The Tonight Show now, he called me for an audition with Sade. And basically the finalist was myself and Rick Braun. We were basically the last two guys to audition for Sade. And
Rick Braun, you and Rick Braun.
It was me and Rick, And I was nailing the stuff, of course, because I could sing and I could play, so that wasn't a problem. Anyway, Rick got the gig. And the thing about it is, if I had gotten that gig, I never would have put together Impromptu, because right after that audition was, right before the Impromptu stuff. So if I'd have been gone around the world with her, I would not have done the Impromptu thing. And I'll never. This is another. This is a big time story, and my wife probably doesn't know this, and I have to tell her. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. But I'll never forget. I'm driving down Sunset. This is like this is right out.
Phil is outside,
but he's very into.
So anyway, I'm riding down Sunset, and this is not long after the audition, and I saw Sade outside of this hotel. The hotel.
Just standing out there.
No, it was her and her assistant outside the hotel, right next to the House of Blues, right across the street from it.
Oh yeah.
And I parked
Sunset Marquee, maybe.
Yeah. And I parked my car and I ran across the street, and I said, and she knew me, like, because I've been in the auditions, and she's like, Johnny, she says, like, I'm so sorry. She just says, it was a difficult decision, but Rick was taller, and he was white. So he was taller, and he was because the original guy who sings with Sade background, Leroy, he's a tall guy. He's like 6 whatever, and I'm like 5 whatever I am, 10 or 11. But Rick is like 6 whatever he is. But she basically told me, it could have went either way, but he was taller, and he did, I don't think she said he was white, but but
politics go into the look and all that.
And Rick is really good. Obviously, he's really good. I don't know how well he sings, but but he's a good trumpet player. But anyway, he got the gig. But I'll never forget this, dude. She gave me a hug, and I almost.
He's been hugged by Sade.
What happened was she gave me 2 tickets to the show. She gave me 2 tickets. I never gave me 2 tickets, and she just like gave me this hug, and
he's been.
I'm sorry.
Never shower again.
Hugs are cool, but man, when I got it from Sade, I was like kind of turned into a little kid.
Because it was that energy, that artist energy. You know what I noticed about you is that there is this pattern about you. And you say that these people give you the break, but you really go in and possess the land. Seriously, you go and possess the land, and the doors just keep opening. And you like just know when it's the moment for you to go and get it. No matter what, you go in there and you do that. And that's what I was like hearing you say. Well, this person gave me my big break. Well, they didn't have really a choice because you went in there so tough that God and the universe, it was like, this is yours.
You were taking it.
You're like possessing that land.
I wish I could do that.
And the other thing that you do besides just going in there possessing the land is that you study to show yourself approved. You got all of this knowledge behind you, so that when you go in that door, not only do you possess the land, you come in there with all this wisdom and this knowledge to deliver.
You have to deliver. Yeah.
So,
I just want to know if
an anointing.
Is he going to reveal more for his wife? Because a couple of the things
that was really.
Is she in the chat room? Let's call her.
Well, you know what they say, you guys. Luck when preparation meets opportunity.
There you go.
That's Johnny Britt. Let's go to the Johnny Britt website, JohnnyBritt.com. Come on, y'all. Let's take a look. Let's go to the man's spot. Oh, yeah.
Intensity.
Take a look. Listen, Twitter, videos. I tell you what, let's go to the videos. Now, Johnny, tell me, you pick what you think we should play.
Well, let's go the second one.
The second one?
Yeah, that's my brand new. Well, that's my video for a song called "Beautiful Queen." It's not the first single that we've just released, which I have to give a plug. We were the #1 most added at radio last week.
Yay! Come on, plug. Plug. We want you to pimp this.
Yeah,
pimp us.
I was very happily surprised. It's my the title track of my album is called "Feel So Good," and "Feel So Good" is the song that is #1 most added right now. And hopefully tomorrow, when the reports come up, will be #1 still, and going up in the charts. But this particular song is called "Beautiful Queen," and this was gonna be the first single. I brought in my good friend Leon from the 5 Heartbeats. Leon.
Oh, Leon, the actor, yes.
And actually, let me tell you that real fast. I was the music producer of the Temptations movie. Everyone saw that, right?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was.
I told you that, Mario.
Well, I didn't know that, man. That was a good job. Johnny, that was excellent.
Well, look, if you want to hear the story about how I got that gig, I'll tell you.
I'm ready. Come on, man.
Gwen, you're gonna. Okay. This is. Okay, I've never gone this deep, but here we go. So anyway, I get the call. This is a true story. And my wife doesn't like me to do these long stories, but y'all are giving it to me. So
that's right. That's right, John.
She's known you for a long time.
This is yours. This is your moment.
We like stories.
So here we go. I'm rehearsing with Impromp2, my group, and we're in a rehearsal, and I get a call from a music supervisor, a music supervisor. I don't know him. I speak with Johnny Britt. Hey, this is Johnny. I just got your name from Randy Crenshaw, who was a session singer that I work with in town. And we're looking for a vocal coach for this new movie called The Temptations. And he says that, you're the guy. And I say, can I call you back? I'm right in the middle of a rehearsal. You mind if I just call you back? And he said, sure. And I took down his number. And so I go back to the rehearsal, and then I'm thinking, The Temptations movie vocal coach. I said, guys, we're done with rehearsal right now. Everybody, see you guys later. Something like I'm holding this hall. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. So I kicked everybody out, and I called the guy back real fast. Hopefully he hadn't called anybody else. And he's basically like, we'd like for you to come down for an interview. I'm saying, great, no problem. And give me the address, and I go down for this interview for the being a vocal coach, for the actors. So I go in, and we're basically having a beautiful interview, and it goes really well. And the interview it checks out. And something told me in the inside, and it had to be the Holy Spirit. Ask them who's producing the music for the movie. Because I've always, I'm a composer and I'm a producer, and I've wanted, I'm a singer, of course, but I've always wanted to. My dream is to be like a Quincy Jones, that whole thing. And I didn't know if I was getting ready to cut my neck off for this vocal coaching gig. I took a little chance. So I said, so who's producing the music for the movie? And the guy like looks at me and he's like, but we haven't chosen the person yet. You know, and I said, you know, I would like to be considered, you know, the Temptations have recorded my songs. I've been around the world with them, and I know their music very well. And he just looked at me like.
He didn't know that?
He didn't know that. He calls me for a vocal coach.
Just something else.
I'm loving this.
But what he really didn't know is that he had that boldness to even.
That's what I said.
What
So I say that. I say it to him, and they're like interviewing. They're interviewing my man who does who's the musical director for Dancing with the Stars, Carl Wheeler. They're interviewing Carl Wheeler. They're interviewing Mervyn Warren. They're interviewing guys that have experience. And that was it. He says he didn't even respond. He says, "Okay, thank you," you know, but it's for the musical director. And he walks me out of the office. And as soon as we walk outside the office, there's this lady who is a publicist, and says, her name is Ruth Robinson. She says, Johnny Britt! She says, whatever it is, he's the man.
that Holly's
Confirmation.
No, check it out. No.
Not her. Okay.
No, but she says it again. Whatever it is, he's the man.
See,
and she comes up to me and gives me this big hug. And this guy, music supervisor Dan Carlin, is just like looking like.
Oh my
Like
God.
what is like you know
Exactly.
yeah oh my God, but she said whatever it is, he's the man.
She certified you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
odd.
I mean she's done
By
you know,
divine appointment.
I'm telling you. So by this time like pagers were in. So okay, we'll call you to see if you got the gig for the vocal coach.
For the vocal coach.
So that's okay, great. I'm like, Lord, please let me get this vocal coach job, you know. So, because I'm getting ready to have a baby. My wife is out here, you know, pregnant with our first son, Joshua, who just turned 14 on the 1st, Saturday. Took him to a Dodger game. And anyway, so we're in at this baby store way out by Disneyland. And I get a page. And it's like from, you know, Dan Carlin. I call him. And he says, okay, you got the job for the vocal coach. You start tomorrow morning. I'm like, oh great, and I'm really happy. And so the next morning my wife packs me a lunch and I go down to work with these guys who it was a mess. They just sounded horrible. And I just do what I do. You know, I am a vocal coach. So I whipped them up in this shape, and the music supervisor guy was there. And I don't know why he was there, but he was obviously checking me out. But I get them together and these cats are humming. I got them humming. It's like, you gotta smile so bright. I mean, we got them humming. I got them humming, you know, with the harmonies and the phrase and everything. And the same week, he says to me, we have a meeting Friday. And I'm like, a meeting for what? And I kind of forgot. He says, you said you want to produce the music for the movie, right? And I'm like, yeah. And so we go in to meet with Suzanne Costin, who is Suzanne DePass's partner.
Yeah.
It goes to
Suzanne DePass?
Yeah, DePass production. And so anyway, they did all their background check on me. They called everybody, and everybody said, hey, this cat is legit. He's cool. And so we go into the interview, and the music supervisor wanted me in. You know, because he liked my energy, he liked the way I worked with the guys, because the thing is, the guys were going to sing on the soundtrack on certain songs, so they had to be on point, you know, in the studio and on camera. So I'm sitting there and I was really calm, and the interview's going great, and this is a big office. I've never been in an office this big office, and they're interviewing me to be the music producer for the film. And Dan Carlin, the music supervisor, he's my ally, but they're checking me out, you know. And she asked me all these questions, and then the $1 million question she asked me, she says, have you ever produced music for film or television? And the answer was no, but I didn't say no. I said, I've sung on Lion King, I've sung on Forrest Gump. I told her all these blockbuster things that I've sung on, been a part of, and I never said no. I told her I sang on all this stuff. This is all the stuff I've done. Okay. Nice. I mean, it was like nice, you know, nice interview, and I go home, and my wife is like, well, how did it go? I said, it went great, you know, but they asked me if I produced, had experience, and I just told him what I've done. And so I'm waiting, I'm working with the guys, and the actors, Leon and everybody, are like, "Are you gonna stay with us? Are you gonna stay with us?" Because they felt comfortable with me. And I think I had maybe a 14-day contract. I said, I don't know, I don't know. I want to be here, but I don't know. And I'll never forget, I got a call from Maxwell to play trumpet with Maxwell at that time.
Damn!
Well, I'm telling you, it's just
Like
so Maxwell. So I'm at Center Staging Studios, rehearsing. I'm playing trumpet. Me and Andre, in the horn section, and I didn't really want to play with Matt. I wanted to do this film. That's what I really wanted.
So that's
lucky you.
No. This is not
Not at all.
No. Andre, his name is Andre Robertson. His name is Delano right now. Andre Delano.
Yeah, he's
but anyway,
from East St.
yeah.
Louis.
East St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah.
But a good friend, and anyway, him and I were in the horn section, and I had gotten that gig because we just did Maxwell's video.
Which video?
A video off of the Now record. I forgot which song it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I was in the video with me and Andre, and we would like on our breaks and Wawa Watson got me that, and we would be on our breaks. We're playing jazz and bopping and doing stuff, and basically, Maxwell said, "Hey man, how would you like to come out on tour?" I said, "Yeah, cool." So we're in rehearsal, or work with him or whatever, and we're in rehearsal, and I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to do this film because I want to be Quincy Jones.
Right. Right.
I don't want to be a side man in somebody's band, and I want to be a recording artist, So I'll never forget. We take a break from rehearsing with Maxwell, and I get a page. Call me right away, Johnny Britt. This is from Dan Carlin. Now, mind you, since I did the audition, I started prepping like the gig was mine. Yes. So I start calling all the guys, the hot cats that I would want in this band to do these songs. I had already put out filler calls. Hey man,
these are the guys who are going to be playing the music.
These are the guys
for the Temptations movie.
And
you picking them.
Of course I picked them.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, Johnny.
That's exactly what you did.
Johnny, I'm loving this.
So I called the guys. I'm up for this thing, and and I just want to know if you're available. Anyway, the guy calls me and he says, the supervisor, Dan Carlin, and he says, "You got the gig." And I almost fell out. He said, "You got the gig," and we start right away. And I had to go in there, and I told Daryl Diaz was the MD. I said, "Hey Daryl," because I told him already. I said, "Now I'm up for this movie, and if I get it, I'm not gonna be able to do the Maxwell thing." So he already knew, because I told him I had. And so that was it. I left right on the spot. Called my guys. We started doing the arrangements and everything, because I was already working with the singers. So I was already working with the people that were going to be singing the stuff. Right. So now, I called the people that I wanted for all the songs. So when you listen to the movie, all of the songs were produced by myself and Dan Carlin. All the period songs from when the Temptations were, first coming up. Yeah, all the period stuff, and that was a great gig for me, because I got a chance to sing on all the stuff and produce.
Johnny,
that is a wonderful.
And it's a wonderful movie. I've watched it probably 9 times. It's one I watch regularly.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, watch the credits
with a whole different. Well, even with a whole different mentality because of meeting you.
Absolutely. So, and the only reason I mentioned that was because that's how I met Leon, and I'm getting ready to talk about my video right now because Leon and we just became friends. It's just divine. Okay. But you know how he was the star, so everybody was kind of on him. I wasn't on him at all, and I think he just dug me. My wife said it was the Holy Spirit, which it was.
He always
arrives.
It was. But
he's there before we get.
But he just dug me, and we exchanged numbers, and I'm closest with him than anyone from that movie. And so whenever I go to New York, I hang out with him.
And this is Leon.
Leon.
The actor.
Leon. And so whenever I was on tour with Maxwell, got him in the show, and whenever he comes out here, we hang out, and I give him vocal lessons whenever he's out here, and it's my boy, And so for this video, I wanted to do a video for my record, my record that I wrote, produced, arranged, the whole thing. That's and I wanted to do a video. A very good friend of mine, I'm gonna give a shout out to them, I-60 Studios. They just hooked me right up. They said, Johnny, no problem, we're in your corner, we'll shoot the video for you. So who are we gonna get? So I had to get a director, and I said, I'm gonna call Leon. I said, hey bro, I'm gonna shoot this video, man, it's called Beautiful Queen. Could you come in and look, you know what I got? And he says, man, I'm there. So he flies in from New York. And then Crystal Khalil, who just won an Emmy this year, she stars in The Young and the Restless. You'll see her in just a moment. She co-stars with me in this video, and I know her from church, and we've been to their house for dinner. So she loves my wife, she loves me, and she says, absolutely, Johnny, I'm there for you. And then we got Twist, her husband, in the video. He's like part of the Wayans camp, and we got turned on to him. But anyway, so Leon says he's on board. Leon comes in, and we have a production meeting, about what the script is going to be, because we don't know what the script is going to be. And Leon just gets in on the flight, and I'll never forget, we're sitting around trying to think of a script, and Leon is like nodding. It's like, and I'm looking around at the director and the assistant, and everybody's like, man, Leon's nodding. We're trying to get this script together. Then all of a sudden, Leon said, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Whoa. Johnny, he's like, Johnny, you are a relationship therapist, and the couple, they come in arguing, and they have the relationship is going crazy. They come in to see you. You're Dr. Johnny Britt. Okay. And then they're giving you their problems. They come in arguing.
No more. Don't tell us.
Okay.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
So anyway, so that's the premise of what you're gonna see. So
we're going to see it, right?
Yeah, this song is called Beautiful Queen. Featuring Johnny Britt, Crystal Khalil, Twist, with Leon directing it, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, yes, we can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Are we going to see it right now, folks?
You guys, we didn't forget your questions. They're all in there piping in, so enjoy this, all right?